What's good, folks? This is Suheel back with Feelgood Threads. My boy Fred hit me up and said, hey, listen, I got some white cement fours. What can you do with them? So we flipped them.
Way better than these rappers, come on, you know I get down. Baddest of the baddest, you won. Let's turn this place out. Underground hip-hop with bounce. Yeah, wave them hands now. To brand new beginning and suckers. Final countdown. Hey, it's time to get down. It's time to get down.
If you guys like Supreme and you like Bape, you're gonna wanna watch this video. What I've done with this shoe today is I've already kind of put the Bape camel on the top upper here. And as you guys could see, the Bape shark teeth as well. And then I just used the Supreme box logo right there. Fit in as much as we could. Did it to both sides. Laced these guys out with some leather laces there. Shout out to Lace Lab for the laces. Appreciate you guys. Link will be down below. And you know, with that said, guys, he gave me the opportunity to flip this other shoe to whatever I want. So I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with the Jordan 5 Supreme. It has a desert camo style. It's, you know, different tans, browns, and blacks. You guys ready to get Fred laced? Let's do it. Before we start anything, what I'll do is I'll mask off all of the things that I feel will not be painted at all in this custom. We're gonna go ahead and tape off things like the sole here, which I'm not going to touch. The bottom sole as well. I've laced out just the liner here because what I'm gonna do right now is paint the inside sock liner here black. And again, I'm using flat black and I'm using Too Soft. Both are from Angelus. And what I'll do is I'll mix a combination 1-to-1. And on the inside there, you guys can see I just went ahead and taped off the size tag. It's a good idea to just tape that off to keep that factory look. So I've got the airbrush loaded here. I'm using a Grex airbrush today. I've filled about half of the cup of black, flat black, and it's Too Soft. And what my concentration is here is just the white liner there. So I always kind of start off gently just to get a good comfortable feel for the airbrush. First layer, guys, should just be a very soft coat. You don't want to like douse the custom with a bunch of paint. You want to lay layer after layer. I'll usually lay like the first layer down, give it like 3 to 5 minutes to kind of dry, settle out, lay another one down. And that way you give the paint the proper time to, you know, dry. This is second layer in. I'm gonna just finalize this. I got a third coat to do, and we'll continue with the custom. We'll move on to another part, guys. All right, guys, so the sock liner is all done now, so we're gonna move on to another portion of the custom. So plastic does not actually hold paint well. It's a slick surface, and because of that, you actually have to take some precautionary steps, some preliminary steps to make sure that this can actually adhere paint. We have to create some abrasions, some little small surface area. We're sanding it down. And so that way it'll leave little pockets for the paint to actually settle on. We got the wings now prepped up, and I've also got the back heel tab prepped up as well. I'm trying my best to cover the netting here because we want to leave it white, okay? But you guys see that it's exposed. That's not a big deal, and I'll tell you why. Because what I usually do, again, you want to think about saving supplies. So you don't have to lay the whole thing out. You just need to lay out enough where you can put something like a napkin behind it like this, and then continue to shoot that wing. And you can see that the napkin actually protects the area that you want from overspray, which is that whole netting area. See that? As you guys can see, I'm just going back and forth, left to right. And as I come closer, you guys see I didn't mask the bottom part off here. So because I didn't mask the bottom part off, I'm gonna just come a little bit closer and angle it so, number one, I'm not hitting right into that crevice where the tape is meeting, so I don't get any, you know, extra paint underneath the tape. But I'm also avoiding the bottom sole area, the midsole. If you guys start to see like runs, or if it looks like the paint's dripping, You're going way too hard. This should just be a light powdery coat. All right guys, so as you guys can see, right now we've got the sock liner that's still kind of drying out right now at this point. The wings as well as the back tab, I've just kind of lightly glazed those sections off with just some matte black. I used 2 hardened matte black. I'm gonna start with the beige top. I also add, guys, and it's important because if you want a factory finish to this guy, duller, okay? And what duller just ends up doing is, usually if you just paint this straight up, it'll leave a slight shine to it. Duller kind of brings that shine down a little bit, a notch or two, and it looks more like the factory shoe. So, you know, this is very important to add into any of your paints if you want that, you know, more of a factory looking finish, all right?
I'll give you everything, that's what I'm standing here for. Been waiting for this moment, felt I searched the whole world. Didn't get what I expect, I would hurt myself more. Until I really found it all and then I found this love that was right. Found in your eyes. I know, we trying every day, never take away from that. My mind drive me crazy, so I'm puffing, drinking yak. My mama said I'm crazy, never can I go back. I just wanna find a place to finally start living life tonight. Can't hold back time. Yo, I'm always lost in my mind. People ask where I'm at. I'm where your dreams come from, and I ain't coming back. Made a rope out my bed sheet.
Let me show you guys really quickly how to apply a stencil, a Bape stencil on the upper as the bottom here is drying. We're gonna lace our first one here. I always start from placing the center down, as you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then peeling off the top layer gently. I slowly roll the vinyl off all together, and being very careful, I try not to move the placement here of where you can see the Bape nose and the eyes and the little dot there. Try to keep that all together. I make sure when I'm laying it down, I press the center portion, because this is where you're going to end up airbrushing, right? So you want to make sure that all of the pockets that are around that vicinity are locked in as much as possible. So that's one down. Simple, right?